Welcome to Gone
That
TV.
was quick.
That was quick. Had to water really fast. So we have it all fixed. Okay, turns out it was not like him getting Control S or something like that. During like the last minute or two, sound went out on the computer. So we changed it to a new computer. We're going to start the game right now. Well, we started that pretty quickly. Over here, in the red at the top right, is Liquid TLO from TeamLiquid.net. Down here at the bottom left is formerly known as Song-Ho. Right now he's using the ID
GSL BabyByeBye.
Yep.
from TSL.
We actually spoke to him. That was just a bad smurf he made up.
Yeah, he actually
does
said he
still want to be known
He actually
as
says he
Song-Ho.
wants to be known as Song-Ho in this tournament.
And, well, you know, TLO, pressure is on, man. Pressure is definitely on. This guy, Song-Ho, is so good, and TLO is so good, and the map is so short that
And the map is so bad.
this is, like, stressful, actually. When
Yeah.
the map is, like, this tiny and it's two amazing players, what is going to happen, man? One misclick, and it's all over.
It's like boxing in a refrigerator box.
Yeah.
See what I did?
Or a
there?
telephone booth.
In a telephone booth. You see, it's a variation of my telephone booth joke.
It's like boxing
think
in a giant plastic bag as you go to the bottom of a
It's
river.
like wrestling in a trash bag.
Yeah.
I think that joke has legs. Barracks. Liquid TLO. TLO actually stands for the little one.
Yeah, he likes TLO more, though.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
In fact, if you guys want to know the story behind that, he's named the little one because he used to play 2-on-2 with his older brother, and his older brother was called the big one.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
And for those of you who want to know, his older brother's shorter than him. So it's actually
Very
ironic as
contradictory.
well.
Should have been the younger one.
That's a terrible idea.
That one does not have legs. Barracks almost done here. Both players scouting each other.
And TLO. He really doesn't like that probe, man.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, in here, he's actually so angry at this pylon.
He's using his drill hand here to hit it.
Yeah. He should clamp at some, too. I heard clamping only does 4 damage, though.
This is actually a trick to force the Protoss to take a probe off, which would make him lose some minerals, but he's not going to bite. He's going to wait until the shields are gone. My brain just stopped for a second.
That's okay.
That's
back
okay.
now.
It's back. It's back.
And this
big.
pylon is actually taking considerable damage now.
Now
Finally.
he has to chase it out.
Yeah.
Note, second gateway hidden over here.
You know what? Now that this thing is missing 28 hit points, he should rush to Banshee, get Cloak, and kill that pylon.
He doesn't know about the hidden gateway over here.
Yeah.
So,
Very interesting.
Song-Ho actually managed to hide the it's not even tech, but hide his early gateways. Bunker here because he thinks his opponent's one gateway.
Yeah,
He didn't see the gateway.
he may want to go ahead and well, he's actually making a factory, but he's definitely going to make Song-Ho think that there's going to be an expansion by putting that bunker up there.
The question is, will there be an expansion there? That's the big question.
Yeah. Well, TLO is getting his second gas and his factory, so I'm going to go ahead and say no. TLO is definitely going to tech up into something else. I wouldn't mind seeing him tech up to a Raven and or Banshees. Of course, those are the two most likely things as he is getting a second gas off one base. But, you know, it's TLO. It could even be Ghosts. Who knows?
It's really hard to predict this guy.
Yeah, he has all sorts of different builds and strategies in his repertoire. More than pretty much anyone.
Nexus goes up. Bunker. Perhaps
3
feigning
stalkers coming over
an
to that
expansion.
bunker. And he's going to walk by.
Oh, wow. There's a big blunder here, I think, by... well, actually, maybe not. Hold that thought. It depends if you can get up there. That was a huge blunder there by
Yeah, that
by Song-Ho.
didn't seem that good. But he gets to scout the entire base with it. So actually,
Yeah, you know what?
in
Actually,
some ways,
seeing everything.
that's pretty good. I mean, he kills a few units. He does lose 3 stalkers, unfortunately, but he basically saw everything going on for TLO, which...
And if you notice, he makes a bunker over here. He realizes, all right, my fake is gone.
Ooh.
So Meanwhile,
Thor Rush. He actually did not see that armory. That's for certain. Did not see the armory. So Sangho right now getting a lot of warp gates, but
you know what? I think he's going to send a Thor. He's going to send. He could send
Thor Marine or Thor Marine Marauder.
He could send a bunch of SCVs and just try to mass repair the Thor.
Yeah, just a repair.
This is a strategy I love. Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. We see this more in a few other matchups. For instance, we actually saw this take a game off Maka, if I believe.
Yeah,
I am correct. When he lost against Nex Live Forever. Next Live Forever, one of the games, did something like this in TVT against Maka. We used to see it a lot against Zerg as well.
He canceled the Nexus. He sensed danger.
That's actually so
These
cool.
guys are both trying so hard to trick each other.
But TLO actually never did have anything over there to scout the Nexus.
Yeah.
So.
But of course, if he's going to do a Thor rush of any sort, you want to be on one base, not have an expansion.
TLO not going to get the upgrade for the Thor, the 250mm strike cannons. Strike cannons not really useful against just gateway units. It takes too long in cooldown for the Thor. But he is getting multiple Thors. I wonder how many he's going to attack on, and getting an engineering bay.
Maybe he's not going to attack at all.
I
don't know.
He's definitely going to attack.
I would expect him to.
Yeah, right? He's actually getting combat shields. Sangho getting a Dark Shrine. I like this play, actually, a lot. Because on one base, he's not going to have enough detection. Absolutely not enough to hold off a few DTs. You make 3 DTs, this rush is going to fail. That's it.
It's time.
Here come the SCVs.
We called it.
This is very
High
exciting.
five, Artosis. We were right about the strategy.
All right, here
we go. He's got to get ready. Whoops, excuse me.
Sangho does not want to take any extra hits on these.
He needs to get out of there. He's going to spot the Thor. He needs to go back up to the high ground.
His Dark Shrine is almost ready. This is actually really bad news for TLO. Unless he makes some turrets, which he may be. He did make that engineering bay.
He scans.
His combat shields are almost done. Making bunkers. He's going to
make a turret.
Push.
He needs to make a turret.
And he actually already used a scan. So that's all right. He's got another scan left.
Turret on the way.
Yep. This is actually awesome by TLO. What a crazy attack right here. Sangho in the meantime is actually doing a sneak expansion, but he is in a lot of trouble.
He's got DTs in TLO's main, though.
Thor does a lot of damage.
He has no turrets here to defend the SCVs.
Oh!
Meanwhile, Sangho
is another DT.
Expanding up here. We have him pushing forward. Only one gateway, though, so we can only make so many DTs. Now TLO might have to relocate his base. SCV's retreating now. He does not have enough for a scan in either direction. He's going to go for a Nexus kill.
Oh, no. This is huge. If he kills this Nexus, Sangho is pretty much dead. He is supply capped right now, so he cannot warp in any DTs, especially when that Nexus dies. This is not looking good for Sangho.
DT is killed off in the main. Meanwhile, the Nexus is taken out.
Wow, look at this. Sangho looks like he is on his last legs here. GG! 1-1.
Wow, that was a great game. He's got to be feeling pretty good about that game.
Wow.
Damn. Wow, it was
I
so
think
good.
that strategy is specifically for that map because it's so close that you can actually just run across there with SCVs suddenly and have this sick timing rush. Brought 3 SCVs, 4 SCVs, something like that. Put up 2 bunkers, put up a turret, saved his mules for scans. It just worked perfectly.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Brilliant strategy by TLO.
I didn't know he'd saved the energy for the scans. I was like, uh-oh. Because most Terran players don't do that. They just keep dropping mules, but not TLO.
Oh, TLO plans out everything, man. He crosses all his T's, dots all his I's. Sometimes he even makes the little heart and colors
even like
it in.
dots his lowercase J's and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
wow. Who
he does
that?
it all. We're going to go on to the next game very quickly here.
It's going to be on Jungle Basin. Haven't seen a TVP on this map yet.
No, we have not.
I have not seen one here yet.
It's a new map, too, so
yeah.
They don't have a lot of experience on it. They're going to have to think on their feet.
Yeah. This is actually very stressful for both players.
Yeah.
Of course, TLO living over here. This is his second tournament. He definitely wants to make it deeper than last time. Sangho just joined Team TSL.
Yeah.
Considered by most to be the strongest team right now in the world. And, if he loses, suddenly they're like, oh.
So that would be bad for Sangho. But, of course, Team Liquid really wants TLO to win. The game is starting. Let's go.